So let me start this video out by saying if you like Avatar, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everyone is able to have their own opinions about media and you can like what you like. I'm not going to be some 14-year-old who looks down on others because they like things that I don't. With that out of the way, the trailer for Avatar 2, or Avatar: The Way of Water, was just released, and I can't help but wonder, is anyone actually excited for this? Without even seeing the trailer, my first thought was, well, this is about a decade too late. We've been hearing about these Avatar sequels ever since the first one came out in 2009, and I think the first sequel was supposed to come out in 2014? But again, it kept getting delayed and delayed. So now, finally we have a trailer, and I'm wondering if I'm the only one thinking to myself, so what? Now I should also mention, and you could probably tell this from the beginning of the video, I've never been a fan of the first Avatar movie. I saw it once when it came out, and maybe one more time since then. James Cameron is a master filmmaker, but I see his films for the craft, not the story. Terminator 1 and 2, Aliens, Titanic, True Lies are all wonderfully made films that are pristine examples of filmmaking at its best. I mean, in Titanic, they actually built a replica of the ship and actually sank it, and people were actually drowning. I mean, come on, that's pretty impressive. But out of all of these, I think Terminator 2 has the most complex story, and it's basically just a robot protecting a boy from another robot. Titanic's story was already written, and I bet there's a lot of people out there who forgot that the catalyst for the story is a diamond. I basically see Avatar as just Dances with Wolves meets Ferngully in space with Smurfs. I honestly could not tell you the names of any of the Na'vi, and I only remember the species name because of the ride at Animal Kingdom in Disney World. I think the main character's name might be Jake, and his love interest's name might be Neytiri, but that's literally all I can remember. My point being, the characters aren't very memorable. I remember Sigourney Weaver's in it, but I don't know what she was doing, and I don't remember her character's name. I am a firm believer that Avatar only became the highest grossing film of all time because of its groundbreaking special effects. Not to diminish them, they are absolutely spectacular. If I remember correctly, it may have been the first live-action film to have a primarily CGI cast and fully CGI environment. It's beautiful to look at and the music is great, but other than that, I can't remember anything else about the film. So my overall point with this video is that, due to all of the aforementioned reasons, I'm just not excited for Avatar 2. But maybe I'm wrong. Like I said, James Cameron is a master filmmaker, and he has made some of the best movies of all time. I do have a theory, though, that maybe the reason all of these Avatar sequels are coming out at basically the same time, I mean, we're going to have one every 2 years until, at least 2030, is because James Cameron is trying to atone for leaving the Terminator franchise after Judgment Day and letting other people make subpar follow-ups. I mean, he left the franchise and we got Rise of the Machines, which was good, but overall meh. Salvation, which, I mean, does anyone remember what happened in that one besides there was no Arnold Schwarzenegger? Then we had Genesis, which essentially was Terminator 1 and 2 packaged together in a remake, reboot, whatever. I didn't hate it as much as other people did. And then there was Dark Fate, which James Cameron did come back for, but he didn't direct. And it basically put the nail in the coffin. I haven't seen it, but I've heard really bad things about it. So maybe he's making all these Avatar sequels at the same time with total creative control, so he can make a coherent franchise from start to finish. I don't know, but it's an interesting thought. But overall, I think Avatar 2 and 3, 4, 5, however many sequels he's got coming, it'll essentially be the same thing as the first movie. Really great special effects with a very basic story and not so memorable characters. I think only really the second one has a chance of matching the first film's success financially, simply because it's been over a decade and people, I think, are mostly interested in seeing what happens. I have also heard that it's the first film to use motion capture underwater, which is pretty cool. Like I said, James Cameron knows special effects, but I think the zeitgeist will wear off by the third movie, unless the story is really engaging and interesting. Special effects are cool, but I don't think they alone can make 5 movies, each over $1 billion. In the end, I might see Avatar: The Way of Water on Disney+, but I have no desire to see it in theaters. If you like Avatar, though, I hope you see it and that it's everything you expect it to be. I think there's a lot of potential for these films to be groundbreaking and wonderful. But as of right now, I just don't see it. I think it's just going to be a continuation of the first film. Bland characters and a gorgeous environment. Thank you all for watching The Curtains Are Blue and for listening to my thoughts on the Avatar sequels. As you can tell, my voice is a little congested. I'm getting over a cold, but I appreciate your time and I'll look forward to sharing the next video with you.